Today's game has been brought to you by J&J Construction, Gaylord Seal Coating, Jimmy John's, Professional Seamless Gutters, Schultz's Marathon Party Store, Golf Gaylord, American Liner Systems, Gaylord Eye Care Center, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, Collar Clinic, and Twin Bay Docks. Thank you to these fine sponsors for being a part of today's game. Today's game has been brought to you by J&J Construction, Gaylord Seal Coating, Jimmy John's, Professional Seamless Gutters, Schultz's Marathon Party Store, Golf Gaylord, American Liner Systems.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking live at tonight's game between the Gaylord Snowbirds and the Ishpeming Hematites. We're at the neutral field tonight at Rudyard High School. Charles Trail, along with Nick Wenzel and Shane Smith here, the crew of Next Level Broadcasting, also our director of videography tonight, beautiful Jessica Alcorn. We're coming to you live, and thank you for making us a part of your Thursday evening. We've got a good one on tap between the 1-0 Ishpeming Hematites and the 2-0 Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds. Nick Wenzel, first thoughts here tonight as we bring you in.
Well, looking for the confidence of the Snowbirds. Both in the game, with good throws, good hustles, good hits, just playing good football.
Certainly should be a good one tonight. Send it down to the field live for National Anthem.
Okay, Charles Trail along with Nick Wenzel, Shane Smith, the third member of our broadcast crew tonight. Nick, we talked earlier, you had some pregame thoughts. Talk us through what you think the first quarter points of the game and critical points of emphasis for the Snowbirds here tonight will be.
I think the Snowbirds are going to start out with I'm going to go with the 12-0 lead.
Okay, 12-0 lead. How do they do that? On the ground?
On the ground, yes.
Yeah, Snowbirds definitely going to try to start this game strong and use that offensive line of theirs as a strength to see if they can put some points up on the board here early versus the Ishpeming Hematites. Once again, Charles Trail, Nick Wenzel, Shane Smith, Jessica Alcorn here from Rudyard High School as the Snowbirds are playing a neutral site game tonight between them and Ishpeming. This game came upon just
midweek as these two teams were trying to find an opponent. Each team was able to find the other team, and they said, hey, let's meet up at Rudyard and get this game going between the gridiron hashes. So here we are, and we're here so you don't have to be. Here we go. Football on Next Level Broadcasting. About to get it going right now. Nick Wenzel, Charles Strelo, Shane Smith on the call from Rudyard, St. Mary's, and Ishpeming ready to get it rocking.
Kickoff for Ishpeming to start the game.
And here we go. Here's a kickoff that's going to be fielded at the 27-yard line. Bringing it up with a head of steam, making it out to the 40-yard line. Nick, St. Mary's going to have a good starting field position here on their opening possession of the game.
Oh, yeah, if they can get the momentum here, they would have no problem with getting the first score up on the board.
That'll be the first chance to see the Snowbird offense here. Daniel Jacobson under center. Working in the backfield is Logan Grenier behind Jacobson. Jacobson's going to keep it himself, and he's going to pick up about 2 yards on the 1st and 10 keeper.
Daniel Jacobson, the ball carrier, is brought down by Ethan Corp on the play. He's going to pick up 2, who's going to bring up 2nd and 8.
Tackle made by Ethan Corp for the Hematites. This time the Snowbirds send 2 to the bottom of the formation. Grenier behind Jacobson as the lone back. Jacobson keeping it again. Gets a block from Grenier, and Jacobson's going to weasel his way out into, actually I should say, right about the 46-yard line. Nice pickup of 4 yards on the 2nd down keeper once again. So, Nick, we talked about the Snowbirds wanting to establish an identity here early. They're doing just that with 2 runs, each on the right side and the left side of the offensive line.
Yeah, they have the strong side here. If they can keep that momentum, they'll be perfectly fine.
3rd and about 3 for Jacobson and the Snowbirds. First possession of the game. They're going to hand up the middle to Grenier. Grenier's got a lot of room. Grenier on the straight dive give is into Hematite territory, down at the Hematite 37-yard line. That's a pickup of 14 yards on 3rd down and 3, Nick. That's a great job of the Snowbird offensive line. I know you got some shout-outs to give on that Snowbird offensive line, especially the big number 50, Charlie Cameron, Ben Cherry, Gabe Quick.
I do. Shout out to the Greniers. Greniers watching from his motorcycle heading down to Arizona. Have a safe travels down and giving you a shout out saying, let's go Birds.
There's Jacobson working around the right side of the offensive line. He's got about 3 yards on the 1st and 10 carry. Here we go. Snowbirds now 2nd and 6. Jacobson now in the shotgun formation. Grenier to his left. One receiver to the top and bottom of the screen for the Snowbirds. Here's the snap. Jacobson right up the middle, following his lead blocker in Grenier, and Jacobson's got about 2.5 yards. That's going to bring up another 3rd and manageable for the Snowbirds. Carlos Perez on the stop for the Hematites. Snowbirds looking to continue moving this ball down the field. This drive started at the Snowbird 40-yard line. Jacobson under center. split back formation. Handoff up the middle to Grenier. And Grenier's got a first down for the Snowbirds. So back-to-back first downs for the St. Mary's Snowbirds on their opening possession of the game.
Before being taken down by Christopher Steele. But he picks up the yardage for another Snowbird first down.
All right, Snowbirds back out there, 1st and 10. And his ball is out. Ball is out on the – it looked like there was a bad exchange, and it's recovered by the Hematites. Coming out of the pile with it was – looked like – Nick, did you see who got out of there with that one for Ishpeming?
That was number 11.
That'd be Ethan Corp. Corp had a couple tackles earlier in the game. And that happened at the 9-minute, 16-second mark. As here we have a nice play made in the backfield. Getting over there was Quentin Tobias, bringing down the ball carrier for a 2-yard gain. It'll be a 2nd and 8 now for Ishpeming. Ishpeming in the shotgun formation, direct snap, getting tripped up after a gain of 1.5 yards is Grady Gauthier. Couple Snowbirds in there on the tackle as Gauthier got kind of hit it. He kind of hit his own man there, didn't he, Nick?
He did.
Big 3rd and 7 now for Ishpeming. Shotgun formation, pumped once, got a completion over the middle, keeping his legs moving and eventually dragged down at the 49-yard line after picking up a first down for the Hematites is Ethan Corp. And that'll move the chains, and it's going to be about a 12-yard gain for the Hematites. So far, each team able to move the ball with relative success. St. Mary picked up 2 first downs before the fumble. There's the first Ishpeming first down as well. Corp in motion. He's going to motion to the middle of the formation as an H-back. Going right up the middle. Nice play made by the Snowbirds. First Snowbird in there on the tackle was Nathan O'Connell. Nathan O'Connell, only a freshman, wearing the Snowbird number 8. Playing in the interior of that Snowbird defense. He's a pretty imposing figure, isn't he, Nick Wenzel?
He is. He's a tall kid. He's fast and
instinctive.
Yeah.
Certainly very instinctive for Nathan O'Connell, as a freshman playing on Varsity. We've got an official's timeout here. Not really sure what the stoppage was. Maybe for a player to check his wardrobe, I suppose, as the clock now winds. It's going to be a 2nd and 6. Hematites into Snowbird territory after that gain of 4 yards on 1st and 10. Motioning Core across the formation. They're going to throw it out to him. It slips one tackle. Core lowers his shoulder and picks up another first down. Corp was able to get around the tackle by McKinley and was eventually stopped, but not after picking up another first down. So far, Ethan Corp has been the engine that's been driving this Ishpeming offense on this opening possession.
Actually, there was a correction, Charles. That was brought down by number 12, Daniel Jacobson.
Empty formation now for Ishpeming. There's a direct snap, and Caden Luma picks up about 3 yards on the 1st and 10 keeper. Nathan O'Connell, his 2nd tackle of the game so far. Want to welcome in our 3rd member of our broadcast crew here tonight, Shane Smith, running our production and our executive producer. Shane, How you feeling tonight?
I'm hot and tired, but we've got this program finally up and running here. Had some camera troubles early, but we're back on it now, and we're all set to go.
Luma taking the direct snap again, trying to get to the corner. He's going to get the corner. Luma stays on his feet. Luma cuts it back. Luma still working and eventually dragged down inside the 20-yard line, brought down at the Snowbird 11. Actually, right at the 10. So he's got a big gain there to set the Hematites up first and goal.
Looks like he was stopped by number 8, Nathan O'Connell, assisted by number 10 of David Wall.
First goal line, or excuse me, red zone possession for either team here in this game. Caden Luma, single back formation, is going to give it and keep it. Breaks one tackle, and it looks like his knee came down. If that's the case, that tackle is going to be credited to Robbie Amsterberg in the tackle for loss, which is the first tackle for loss the Snowbirds have here compiled on the stat sheet. That's a good job getting in the backfield, making a play there for Amsterberg.
It is. It's a great stop for the Snowbirds there.
Luma now in the empty formation once again. 2nd and 12. Winding down about 2/3 through this first quarter. There's a handoff and nice tackle made by Daniel Jacobson. There were two Snowbirds in the backfield. The first one was Logan Greenier, and he stopped Luke Latinen, and then Jacobson was able to finish him off. So first time that we've seen this Ishpeming team kind of behind the chains here, Nick. It's a 3rd and long. Got to think that this is 4-down territory, though.
Yeah, if you were the Snowbirds, you just need a big stop here. Get the ball back.
Luma is going to keep it. He's looking to throw, going up the sideline. Caught. Touchdown, Hematites. Guess Ethan Korp is there on the receiving end of the 15-yard touchdown pass from Caden Luma, and that's going to put the Hematites on the board here first as they strike pay dirt on their opening possession. Luma had a lot of time back there to throw, Nick, and he just kind of waited for that route to develop to Korp and then put the ball right on the money.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass.
Luma now in the shotgun formation, flanked to his right by Grady Gauthier. Korp down on the bottom side of the screen. Direct snap to Gauthier, and Gauthier is going to get the corner. No, he's not. Excellent tackle made by the Snowbird. I believe that was
number 30,
Logan Greenier. And Greenier is able to bring him down and prevent the Hematites from adding on 2 more after their touchdown. So after just about 8 minutes of play here from the first quarter, Hematites 6, Snowbirds 0. You're watching high school football on Next Level Broadcasting, simulcast streamed to nextlevelbroadcasting.net and on YouTube at Gaylord St. Mary Athletics. We'll be back after these messages.
At American Liner Systems, they have 3 main goals in mind. They want to do the best possible job for their customers, ensure farm and industrial safety, and protect the environment all at the same time. No matter how big or small your job site or farm is, they have many eco-safe solutions like machinery catch basins, fuel.
And welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. We'll cut that commercial break here as we have kickoff. St. Mary's getting the ball back here for the 2nd time this evening. And that'll get right up to the 34-yard line after a short return.
Yeah, so far St. Mary had a good success on that opening drive. They just put the ball on the turf, and the Hematites were able to scoop it up. Let's see if the Snowbirds can cut down on those errors here, as they did have success moving the ball
They were just running right behind their big offensive line here, Shane, and I would anticipate to see much more of that formula here on this second Snowbird possession.
I wouldn't expect anything else, Charles. That's the bread and butter of this team. And they've had a perfect start to the season with it so far. Very dominant beginning here. 2-0 on their record. As we get underway for their first play of this possession, 3:45 to go in the first quarter. A quick drop by the Hematites. Number 78, Carlos Perez, was all over it.
Yeah, that was Jacobson just trying to get out and follow his lead block of Grenier. Got 1 yard, but I think the Snowbirds might be forced to open it up a little bit here, Shane. They've been trying to run inside so far, and it looks like Ishpeming is more ready for that now.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, you see some of those big guys, Haddon Hury and Carlos Perez, to name just two of them. They're on that line. There's a lot to try and run through as we get the clock winding again. 2nd and 9 coming up here for the Snowbirds, Jacobson and company. And we'll have another run up the gut this time. And that was McKinley with the ball. Gets it to about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, McKinley, Jacobson, Grenier. Snowbirds got a lot of options here, and I apologize on that opening possession. It was McKinley under center. Might have mistaken number 11 and 12, McKinley and Jacobson. So my apologies to all out there in Snowbird Nation.
I've done it a number of times myself, those two. They're like peanut butter and jam to this Snowbirds team, let me tell you. I've had the pleasure of calling them the last 2 weeks. They do a fine job as they have 3rd and 5 coming up here right from the 40. Run up the center once again. Gain of about 3.5 here. With Jacobson taking the ball that time.
Yeah, that was Jacobson there. So this is a 4th and got to have it. I would imagine that the Snowbirds are going to try to pick this one up on the ground here, Shane and Nick.
Yeah.
I would have to say so. A short 2 coming up here. Snowbirds have proven time and time again that they can get those gains without too much issue. So the clock winds down here under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. The Hematites still maintain that 6-0 lead. Fourth and a short 2 coming up here for McKinley, Jacobson, and the rest of the Snowbirds. 2 inches to the top here.
Yeah, that's going to be a false start. Looked like the Snowbirds moved early on the right side of the offensive line. I think the guilty party is Jackson Vernier, who might have moved before the snap.
Well, a little excitement here at the beginning of this match. Division, I'm sure you talked about this, Charles. Division 1 8-man football, Ishpeming, brand new to the division this year, playing against Division 2 St. Mary. They've got a lot to prove here. Both teams undefeated going into this one. So St. Mary will more than likely be punting it away here, trying to preserve no more than a 6-point deficit.
I think they're going to line up and go for it here, Shane.
Well, it certainly looks to be, huh?
That's what they're choosing.
Well, we'll see how it works out for a minute and a half here in the first quarter. And Jacobson, he'll be kept well short, about 4.5 yards short. So that'll be a turnover on downs. The Hematites stand tall there defensively and take it right back over at the 40.5.
Yeah, the Hematites got a really good push from the right side of their defensive line and had Hury, Carlos Perez. They were able to take on those Snowbird lead blocks there, Shane, and then thus impede the progress of Jacobson on that direct keep. So Snowbird's defense is going to have to make a stand here. Already down 6 points, ball on the Snowbird 40. So the Hematites take over in real good field position here on the turnover on downs.
Yes, indeed. Now, we've seen some great defensive efforts by the Snowbirds so far this season, but they've got a lot to go up against here with this domineering Hematite line. 1st and 10 from the 40. And a run right up the gut with Grady Gauthier. Gains only a couple there.
Yeah, Grenier came around from his interior linebacker spot to bring down Gauthier. And you got to be impressed with Logan Grenier, Shane. I mean, big number 30, listed as a freshman. And if you look at this freshman class for the St. Mary's Snowbirds, they're all contributing between Grenier, Veneer, and Nathan O'Connell.
Yeah.
A really good core of youth here playing at the varsity level for the Snowbirds.
This team has a lot to be looking forward to in the future, that's for sure. They've already had one of their best seasons in recent memories. The ball gets tipped there, falls harmlessly to the ground. So we'll be bringing up a 3rd and 8 coming up. with just under a minute to go in the first quarter.
It looks like we have injury here for the Snowbirds. Yep, that's big number 30, Charles, that you were just talking about there.
Yep.
Mr.
Grenier.
We hate to see that, but we hope that he will be okay.
One of the cornerstones of this team. He'll be taking a long rest there. Hopefully unfortunately he cannot put much weight on that left ankle. So the training staff will be taking a look at that here immediately.
Yeah, he made a really nice play there on that 2nd and 9 pass attempt, getting his hand up there and deflecting that pass. I don't know if they're checking out his ankle or his knee, Shane and Nick, but it looks like he is going to kind of get some help from a couple of his teammates as he comes over to the training table here. And when they get him looked at, it'll be a 3rd and 9 or 3rd and 8 for the Snowbird defense.
Well, we'll see how they adjust here, losing their powerhouse in Grenier. Once again, just a freshman, ladies and gentlemen. That's how much power and excellence he has there. As Ethan Corp gets a nice reception. Should be just short of the line of game.
He's about 4 yards short. A nice play made by Jacobson, the sure-handed tackler out in the open field there to bring down Corp. Corp already with 1 touchdown grab in this game. And now we'll see what the Hematites choose to do here on their very own 4th down attempt.
Oh, no doubt they'll go for probably a run up the gut here with a 4th and short 4 coming up.
I'm thinking hard count here, Shane. With a false start or an encroachment, you would pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, and they did get St. Mary earlier on, just a few moments ago. And there's the flag. This time it looks like it'll be against the Hematites, though.
Yeah, false start against the Hematites. That one was called against the receiver into the St. Mary boundary, going against Dax Curie. And that's going to push them back to about a 4th and 9. So Ishpeming will certainly be kind of changing up their playbook here, as now they've got the line to gain is right at the 30. So call it a really long 9 yards here for the Hematite offense to move the chains.
Both teams had started with 4th and manageable. Both have had false starts now. So the Hematites rearing back to pass this time.
Going down the flat.
And nearly intercepted by number 3 there, Quentin Tobias, senior for the Snowbirds. So that'll take care of that possession here as the clock stops with 8 seconds to go. The Snowbirds will be taking it back over.
Nah, Shane, that's a catch to Ethan Corp. He hauled that one in.
You're kidding.
No.
Yeah, I suppose so, huh?
So that'll wind the clock and most likely be the last play of the quarter.
Yep, so that'll take care of your first quarter of action. The Hematites grab one off the grass just in the nick of time. They'll be sending it to the second quarter up 6 and knocking on the Snowbirds' door. We'll see what they have coming up here on the other side of this break.
At American Liner Systems, they have 3 main goals in mind. They want to do the best possible job for their customers, ensure farm and industrial safety, and protect the environment all at the same time. No matter how big or small your job site or farm is, they have many eco-safe solutions like machinery catch basins, fuel and chemical storage, manure lagoons, fertilizer containment solutions, equipment maintenance pads, and so much more. To keep our freshwater clean and our forests green, visit AmericanLinerSystems.com or call 231-258-4200 for a free quote so you can protect tomorrow's environment today.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
And here we are coming back in. The Hematites keeping their drive alive here with a grab off the grass on the 4th and 9 conversion. And they'll be picking up pace here at the 25-yard line of the Snowbirds with a fresh 12 minutes to go on the clock here in the second quarter. Up 6-0. Caden Luoma keeping it, working his way against several Snowbirds. Finally comes to a stop there. Nathan O'Connell making the tackle.
So we'll see if the Snowbird defense can bend their backs here after giving up that 4th down completion on the sideline. I would say so far that when Ishpeming has a play where they need a completion, they're going to go to Ethan Corp.
I would say so. Even before I started here on the mic, I heard you guys talking about him quite often, so he's definitely one of the most impactful players. As Mr. Luoma gets into formation here. 2nd and a long 8 coming up here for the Hematites. And he'll be keeping it for himself once again. Breaks away, and ladies and gentlemen, another Hematite touchdown. Luoma made that one unhindered whatsoever.
Yeah, he took that one in 23 yards untouched, Shane, and he got a really nice block from big number 77. That's Head and Harry. And once he broke through the first line of defense, he was off to the races.
Quick legs under that young man. So the 2-point conversion coming up here. Loma taking that one again, and he'll bob and weave his way in. Gets a little push there. And 2 more points up on the board, so an even keel 14-0 game. The Hematites up over the Snowbirds. Charles, we're going to send it here to another quick break. Come back on the other side of this with a word from our friend Orion Beningo.
I'm Orion Beningo, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installation, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike many service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding the gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
And here we are, 2 quick commercials, touchdowns here for the Hematites. While we have a moment, we want to thank our pregame sponsor, Jimmy John's. Away games call for freaky fast meals on the road. That's where Jimmy John's comes in to turn to travel time into dinner time. We know all about that, don't we, Charles?
Yeah, we did it today.
That's right. With their freaky fast gourmet sandwiches in their brand new location in Gaylord across from Hobby Lobby. That's Jimmy John's, freaky fast and freaky strong. So strong, a tornado could not move them.
Well, let's see if the Snowbirds are freaky strong here when they get this ball back on their 3rd possession of the game.
Well, they'll have to be down Grenier at the moment. Jacobs in there to field it at the 20. Running around, getting some good yardage here up into about the 42-yard line. He'll finally be brought down, so good starting position for the Snowbirds. Down 2 touchdowns. They'll need all they can get.
Yeah, that was Jacobson just kind of following his blocks, letting them set up, and he did all that in the midst of picking up 22 yards on that kickoff return. So another good position spot for the Snowbirds to start on this drive, Shane, and for everybody tuning in here. If you're just now tuning in for us, the Snowbirds had a nice drive looking on their opening possession, but coughed it up, and the Hematites were able to recover the fumble. 2nd possession for the Snowbirds, they went for it on 4th down, weren't able to pick up the 1st. And the Hematites have scored on both of their possessions, ensuing the Snowbirds. That's just why the Hematites have a 14-0 lead.
Well, thank you, Charles. Twins to the top and bottom here for Jacobson to throw to this time. That one goes just a little bit low, and Eli Major not able to haul that one in.
So the Snowbirds right now just kind of looking for a rhythm. Early on in this game, they found it running up the middle. But, man, you just look at the defensive line for Ishpeming, and you see that running up the middle is going to be no easy task.
No. There's, in fact, some of the largest gentlemen I've seen on that line in terms of 8-man football so far this year. The Hematites have some good size, that's for sure. So the same play running up here for Jacobson. Try that again to Major. Makes a connection this time. Gain of 10. Some more. He's breaking away once again, ladies and gentlemen. He may have it. No! Just pulled down to about the 15-yard line.
He got pulled down via horse collar tackle.
Yep.
And that horse collar tackle will be enforced half the distance to the goal.
And it looks like he's a little bit shaken up there.
You know, Eli Major's got some quicks. He got one really nice block. I'm looking to see who was out there that threw that block. I think it was Vernier, number 20 for the Snowbirds, that got out there and got just enough of the cornerback for the Hematites. So the Snowbirds get a big play, and that looked like the exact same play that they had an incompletion on the previous play. So they ran it back
and just said, hey, we think this is a good play to go with here, and it certainly paid off as they picked up, well,
almost an entire rest of their field. They're down about the 7.5-yard line.
Yeah, so about 55 yards on the play.
Yep. Jacobson rears back, caught in the end zone. That is number 3, Quinton
McKinley.
McKinley.
My cousin Hogan McKinley.
That's
touchdown.
right. Give him a shout out, Nick.
Shout out to the McKinley family here in the house tonight watching the game. My Uncle Kevin, Jill, and Cooper's down there on the sideline as well playing in this game, and they got both Hogan and Cooper. So nice touchdown, Hogan. Nice job, buddy.
Yeah, that was a nice pitching catch. Jacobson to McKinley. Call that one a, what was it, 6-yard touchdown pass, Nick?
Yep.
Nice little fade route. McKinley working one-on-one against the corner on the bottom of the screen, Dax Kukuri. And McKinley just kind of went over and mossed him, as the kids say.
Yeah, it was one of those, probably say one of those Kelvin Johnson line catches.
That's right.
Well, Jacobson here going for the very same play. He got that massive 55-yarder on. Instead, this time he'll take it up the middle. Found a hole he could drive a Mack truck through. So that's 2 more points on the board for the Snowbirds, and we'll send it away for another commercial and kickoff after this.
Twin Bay Dock's exclusive diamond pattern is stylish to complement your waterfront property. It's quality built to last a lifetime, engineered to be stronger. Our non-skid surface stays cool to the touch, and we offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and supboard racks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Twin Bay Docks, simply exceptional quality.
Collar Clinic, providing peace of mind and local customer service with the latest GPS collars, bark collars, e-collars, beeper collars, accessories, and replacement parts, protecting your dog's safety and giving you the confidence that you'll be hunting with your dog, not for them. Collar Clinic, your e-collar specialist in Northern Michigan for over 35 years.
And welcome back in. We want to thank our friends at Collar Clinic. If you're someone who's looking to get back in the hunt this fall but need a solution of keeping track of your hunting dog, then Collar Clinic is just for you, providing hunters peace of mind through offering the widest selection of collars for your canine companions so you can spend more time hunting with your dog instead of looking for them. And we'll get to that on the other side of this, finish that one up.
Yeah, Shane, it was a nice 58-yard touchdown drive for the Snowbirds, capped off by that Jacobson to McKinley touchdown that brought this back to a one-score game.
And a squib kick there. Oh, my goodness. That time it was number 20. Yep, Wyatt Champion. Hit that one square in the chest, dropped it, was able to fall back onto it just in time for the Snowbirds swooped in. So they'll have good field position here right at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, that one hit right off of his chest plate. And if that would have bounced a little bit differently, the Snowbirds would have been able to get right back on top of that one.
Boy, what a crowd starter that would have been here. So 1st and 10 right from midfield for the Hematites. Still up by 6, 14-8. Scored on both of their opening drives. See what they can do here. Twins to the top yet again, a favorite play for them. Instead, though, that'll be a run along the sideline. Plenty of grass in front of him. Grady Gauthier finally pulled down at about the 12-yard line. And that's Daniel Jacobson, who was finally able to haul him in.
Yeah, the Hematites got a really nice seal block on the left side of their offensive line there. Almost could have been called for like a tug and pull or a hold, but they got, Gauthier got through there just quick enough where there wasn't a large jersey grab on Vernier.
So 1st and 10 from the 20. Loma rearing back for the low pass there. It was caught to Ethan Corp yet again.
That's 3 completions to Ethan Corp. All 3 Hematite completions going to Ethan Corp, and he's got a touchdown as well.
So after grabbing that one as he's scooting along the grass, it'll be 2nd and 6 coming up here from about the 16-yard line for the Hematites. Saw them with an excellent 4th and 9 conversion earlier. So yet again, Luoma, he'll take it this time, not able to get anywhere as he fights his way maybe a yard at most through that defensive line of the Snowbirds. And that'll be Cade Quick there, credited with the tackle ultimately in that pile.
This is a pivotal third down here in this game. If the Snowbirds can force another minimal gain, it'll bring up a 4th and long for Ishpeming, and then you kind of know that if they need to pass, it's most likely going to Ethan Corp.
Mm-hmm. This time,
that
was Grady Gauthier taking it all the way. He'll be knocked, looks to be just short of the pylon. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, the Snowbird linebackers and corners got caught looking into the backfield, and Gauthier was able to just get the edge pretty much without any competition, as he was able to pick up that first down and put the Hematites first and goal from the Snowbird 2-yard line.
Well, they'll mark it right there as a 15-yard gain. They have it right there, the ball in the nose at the 1. So an easy chip in, I'm sure, coming up here for the Hematites. Gauthier takes it, gets it right in for 6 more.
Well, this has been an offensive clinic right now for both teams. I mean, outside of the fumble for the Snowbirds on their opening possession, they've moved the ball well.
Yep.
And the Hematites have scored on all 3 of their first 3 possessions. So this could be an old-fashioned shootout.
I'm not opposed to that, let me tell you. One thing that St. Mary's can put a little feather in their cap about is the first touchdown and subsequent 2-point conversion was short. So it will remain a 2-possession game here no matter what on the other side of this. And it'll be Luama working his way along the side, waltzes right in with no problem there for 2 more. So we will step aside yet again, but we won't send it to commercial. This time we will finish up our live read first from Collar Clinic. So if you're someone who's looking to get back into the hunt this fall but need a solution of keeping track of your hunting dog, then Collar Clinic is just for you, providing hunters peace of mind through offering the widest selection of collars for your canine companions, so you can spend more time hunting with your dog instead of looking for them. Visit collarclinic.com or call 800-430-2010 to learn how you can help your friend with them. That's Collar Clinic, the GPS and e-collar specialist since 1988. And we'll also thank our friends at J&J Construction. Many times we don't know where to go when beginning the process of building or remodeling our home, but that's where J&J Construction comes in. They help you in every step of the way, get you into your dream home. Trusted by everyone and respected by all, that's J&J Construction, proud supporter of Gaylord St. Mary Athletics. Well, Charles, a bit of a task coming up here for the Snowbirds, down 2 touchdowns at the moment. The Hematites have scored on all 3 of their opening possessions, as we've said. What are we looking for here? They've done a lot of running up the gut so far. They're going to have to resort more to passing plays, do you think?
Well, you know, the one thing that we saw on that most recent touchdown for Gaylord St. Mary is that they were able to hit a pass out in a little screen to Eli Major, and he took that thing about 55 yards all the way down near the goal line when you added on the penalty yardage. So I think St. Mary's got to keep spreading it out, work the perimeter a little bit against the Hematites.
All right. Well, we've got a nice gain here off that was number 12, off of the return there.
Yeah, 20-yard return, and St. Mary is going to have another good starting field position. And one thing that kind of you need to make maybe just a nuanced note or an asterisk is that St. Mary hasn't forced the Hematites to go the length of the field yet. So that recent possession started at the 50. They had a fumble that the Hematites recovered at around the 35. So maybe if the Snowbirds can score, kick it deep, they might be able to put the Hematites back in their own territory.
Well, we've got flags on the play. False start coming up here for the Snowbirds, backing them up 5 yards in our opening play of this possession.
And I think this game, along with the Rudyard game that St. Mary played here opening week 1, is a really good task for this young Snowbird team to really build those competitive calluses. And they're going to need those calluses as they work throughout their schedule here and hopefully into the 8-player Division II playoffs this season.
Yes, indeed. Jacobson with the keeper finds a lane. Ladies and gentlemen, he's got green grass in front of him. Can Gauthier catch up to him? No, he cannot. Touchdown, Snowbirds.
And just like that, the Snowbirds strike back. That one goes for a 65-yard touchdown run for Daniel Jacobson. Wow, just like that, Shane. We're back to a 8-point game.
Yeah.
I could sense the words in his brain right now. That he was just saying, I had enough of this.
Yeah, and it looked like Gauthier had some quickness on him initially, but then the top-end speed between Jacobson and Gauthier was about the same, and Gauthier just wasn't able to make up the distance to bring Jacobson down.
And Jacobson has at least a good 5-6 inches in height on Gauthier as well, so that helps him propel those longer legs forward here. As they go for the two-pointer, Jacobson with the handoff.
That's major, and he's in.
So 2 points on the board. 6-point game now between the two teams, 22-16. We will step aside here and come back in about 45 seconds to a minute on the other side of this.
We all know northern Michigan winters take a toll on our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. Commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5003.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Quentin Tobias kicking off here for the Snowbirds. That one squibs right into the hands yet again. Looks to be number 20 Wyatt Champion. Yeah. Thank you, Charles.
Yeah, Champion's got some sure hands. I don't know if I would be testing him at the midfield mark again. I mean, he's made two really good fielding plays on some hot shots hit right at him. So once again, Snowbirds will be given the Hematites relatively good field position at the 49-yard line. See if this St. Mary defense can make some stops here at critical points in this down and distances on this possession.
Carbon copy of the most recent possession that the Hematites had. Yeah, running wide. Luomo once again pulled down. He will gain about 5 with number 11, Hogan McKinley there, grabbing him by the shoestrings.
Yeah, if McKinley doesn't make that tackle, Luma probably scores that on the keeper. But after the 5 yards gained on 1st and 10, McKinley finally brings down Luma. And he's into Snowbird territory with that pickup of 5, Shane.
Yep. Right at the 46-yard line we go. Nice high-scoring affair between the two teams. If you're just joining in, 22-16 is the score. Hematites over the Snowbirds, 7.5 to go here in the first half.
Oh, there's a nice cut.
Yes, indeed, and that's Gauthier once again. Struggling, gets past McKinley, and he's running all the way in. McKinley cannot catch him. Touchdown.
Man, Gauthier made a nice cut about 3 yards past the Snowbird defensive line and then had McKinley at about the 20-yard line and just kind of pushed him away. Gauthier cut it back, and he was gone after that. That goes down as a 46-yard touchdown run for Gauthier, and the Hematites go back up once again by double digits.
Boy, what a gain that we're seeing so far here, Charles. Back to a 12-point lead, but that large of a deficit for the Snowbirds is deceiving. Very back and forth, evenly paced game so far. Scratch for a couple of hairball things to happen in the very beginning of this game with that fumble earlier on. Gauthier and Luoma. Luoma here taking it in, and he should, indeed he does, have the 2 points. So back to a 14-point game, ladies and gentlemen, but don't go anywhere. Next Level Broadcasting has much more to cover here on the other side of this with a word from Bingham Insurance.
Small business owner, you learn to wear a lot of hats. The custodian hat,
All right, let's hold them, Hematites! Get in there, Colorado! Like the man!
Morris.
Pass!
Pass falls incomplete, intended for Eli Major. They're going to fail to pick up the yardage for the first down, so Ishpeming will take over on downs. 1st and 10, ball spotted just outside the 35-yard line. Timeout called by the Snowbirds.
Yeah, I don't know how, but you need to mute this camera. And I don't do that, so I
job just bullying their way through that St. Mary's defensive line.
Yeah, they're one tough team, Shane. They have some fast kids, and there's no doubt about that.
Yes, indeed. The clock lines under 4 minutes here. Hematites are trying to extend this lead to 3 possessions. Currently 2 at a 14-point differential, 30-16 up over the Snowbirds. Luoma rearing back deep, finding a man in Corp, and it's a touchdown once again for the Hematites.
Pass complete to Ethan Corp. Takes it into the end zone for a Hematite
that brings up the score now 36-16.
You know, Shane, if you were the Snowbirds here, you would have to, I would want to get a stop right here, right now.
No doubt about it. To keep it within 3 possessions.
Oh, that's good. Wait.
Currently a 20-point game.
Those of you who are Snowbird fans, we have
Roman Company going for the 2-pointer here. Throws that one deep. Corp catches it there in the far corner of the end zone. So that brings it up to a 38.
Passes to Corp into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
Difficulties there with our streaming software. Things took an unexpected turn for a brief moment.
Ishpeming extends the lead,
Right back into
38-16.
Scored another touchdown. Charles, myself, James Hill, Nick Wendell, Justin Elko, we're all back in.
Yeah, so right there you just saw the Hematites continuing to do a lot of what they've been doing so far in this game. Methodically moving it down the field, and now you're starting to see this passing game really come to life here. It's the Ethan Korb show. I think he's got all the catches so far for the Hematites here in this game. And the Hematites have more than doubled up the Snowbirds here, as we're still 3 minutes and some change away from halftime. This is a critical possession here for the Snowbird offense to try and gain some ground. Also, if they can do so, they can score quick, get a 3 and out, get the ball back, maybe score again, because the Hematites will receive the opening kick in the third quarter.
Yeah, so far on the offensive side of things, it's been the Ethan Korb, Brady Gauthier, and Caden Luoma show. And special teams, you got to give a shout out to Wyatt Champion, number 20 there for the Hematites. 2 excellent fields there, keeping that script going anywhere, and the Snowbirds to get it back there on their first attempt.
He's been a champion on special teams.
Yeah, you could say that. Yes, indeed. Good one, Charles. So a nice long kick here, fielded at the 25-yard line with Jacobson. Finding a way around all the bodies. Finally gets pulled down.
Nathan O'Connell on the return is brought down by Gauthier. He gets up to the 45-yard line where Gaylord.
So once again, we want to thank everybody for joining us here at Thursday Night Football, presented by Next Level Broadcasting, and all of our fine sponsors for making it possible for us to be bringing you Snowbird football all season long, simulcasted live on nextlevelbroadcasting.net and Gaylord St. Mary Athletics.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Charles. So 1st and 10 for the Snowbirds at their own 45. They've had pretty decent field position all night to start from. No more than 65 yards, and a long hurl goes well in front of the intended target, Nathan O'Connell there.
Yeah, Daniel Jacobson showing off his arm there. He let that one rip from about the 40-yard line, and it bounced at about the Hematite 21. So Jacobson with plenty of arm strength on that one. Unfortunately, O'Connell had double coverage on him, as it was kind of a one-man route for the Snowbirds there on 1st and 10.
Yep, so that very same number now, 2nd and 10 coming up here, 3:20 to go in the first half. As the Snowbirds are down 3 possessions, 38-16, 22 points in total. A high snap for Jacobson, gathers it back in, tries to work along the perimeter and gets pulled down in the backfield. Looks to be about a 3rd and 11 coming up here. Perez there on the tackle for the Hematites. So they'll give them about a 3rd and short 11 coming up here. Clock winding down under 3 minutes. Snowbirds need some help here. 3rd and a long 10 coming up. Jacobson shoving his way up to the midfield mark. So it'll be 4th and about 5 coming up here for them. Ethan Korb credited yet again. My goodness, that man has been all over the field tonight so far, Charles.
Making tackles, making touchdown catches. He's been everywhere for the number 11 in blue for the Ishpeming Hematites.
He could fall right into Johnny Cash's "I've Been Everywhere" song with this performance so far tonight.
Ooh, I like that one. That's a throwback, Shane.
Yeah, that is. I would try and sing it, but I don't think ladies and gentlemen at home would want me to do that.
There's a big play here for the Snowbirds on 4th down.
Yep, 4th and 5 coming up here for them. Jacobson in company, needing to convert on their first 4th down of this evening. They've missed on the other 2. He powers forward, gets through the line. Ladies and gentlemen, on 4th down, he's working his way into the red zone, finally brought down to about the 12-yard line. Wow.
Yeah, Ethan Korb tracked him down, but not before Jacobson picked up about 40 yards there, Shane. So that was a nice 4th down conversion for St. Mary when they needed it most, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, with 1 minute 43 seconds left to go in the first half and the Hematites receiving the 3rd quarter kick, we'll start to see which team uses their timeouts here. I would imagine Hematite coaching staff, I think they got 1 left.
And a bobbled snap there.
Ooh.
Able to be gathered back up by the Snowbirds, but no gain on the play. Everything that looks like Mr. Major could do there to get it back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Snowbirds, and they will be taking their timeout. So while they do that, we are going to thank Gaylord Eye Center. Did the refs not see that, or was it just your eyes playing a trick on you? But the refs are never wrong, so it's time you come in for a free consultation at the Gaylord Eye Care Center. With 4 locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Sheboygan, and Bel Air, get back in the game with Gaylord Eye Care Center, a local vision source provider. As well as Gaylord Seal Coating. If you've grown up in northern Michigan, you've grown up with cracked roads, parking lot pavement that you can't trust, and potholes the size of offensive linemen. And I tell you what, some of these offensive linemen here wouldn't even be able to fill up some of the potholes we've seen. If your driveway, parking lot, or other surface needs an overhaul, check out the pros at Gaylord Seal Coating. Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. So coming back into this one, minute 09 as we update the clock here to go in this first half. Snowbirds looking dangerous here on this possession in the red zone yet again tonight. Down to about the 14-yard line here.
Those of you who are Snowbird fans, we would like to update you that we have not only Grenier out, but we now have Quentin Tobias out as well.
Not exactly what they'd want to see, but we've got a nice attempt here by Snowbirds to try and get past that line of scrimmage. Jacobson kept it for himself. Derek Meyer with the tackle there for the Hematites. Still, though, a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 11, now 3rd and 5 coming up for the Snowbirds right at the 9-yard line.
This is much needed right now, Shane, for the Snowbirds.
40 seconds and counting here in this opening half. Snowbirds down 22 points. Another run up the center, not going anywhere for the Snowbirds, so do or die time coming up here on this 4th down attempt. Hayden Peary there on the tackle.
That was a good effort, though, by number 5 of Eli Major to try and bring it up through the middle there.
Clock ticking under 10 seconds now. The Snowbirds must hurry to get their last chance here at the goal line. With 2 seconds on the clock, one final run along the side. Not able to get anywhere. The Snowbirds will be held short. The Hematites standing strong defensively. Jacobson not able to crack the end zone once more. So it will remain a 3-possession game. The Hematites will be getting the ball here to begin the second half. 38-16 is your final score after one half of action here in Rudyard. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to step aside here for another commercial break and come back with our halftime show in just a few moments by Cherry Capital Airport. This is Next Level Broadcasting with St. Mary's Athletics, bringing this one to you live from Rudyard. Stay tuned.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
At American Liner Systems, they have 3 main goals in mind. They want to do the best possible job for their customers, ensure farm and industrial safety, and protect the environment all at the same time. No matter how big or small your job site or farm is, they have many eco-safe solutions like machinery catch basins, fuel and chemical storage, manure lagoons, fertilizer containment solutions, equipment maintenance pads, and so much more. To keep our fresh water clean and our forests green, visit AmericanLinerSystems.com or call 231-258-4200 for a free quote so you can protect tomorrow's environment today.
Collar Clinic, providing peace of mind and local customer service with the latest GPS collars, ARC collars, e-collars, beeper collars, accessories, and replacement parts, protecting your dog's safety and giving you the confidence that you'll be hunting with your dog, not for them. Collar Clinic, your e-collar specialist in northern Michigan for over 35 years.
Twin Bay Dock's exclusive diamond pattern is stylish to complement your waterfront property. It's quality built to last a lifetime. Engineered to be stronger, our non-skid surface stays cool to the touch, and we offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and supboard racks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Twin Bay Docks. Simply exceptional quality.
Today's game has been brought to you by J&J Construction, Gaylord Seal Coating, Jimmy John's, Professional Seamless Gutters, Schultz's Marathon Party Store, Golf Gaylord, American Liner Systems, Gaylord Eye Care Center, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, Collar Clinic, and Twin Bay Docks. Thank you to these fine sponsors for being a part of today's game.
I'm Ryan Beningo, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installation, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike many service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding the gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Today's game has been brought to you by J&J Construction, Gaylord Seal Coating, Jimmy John's, Professional Seamless Gutters, Schultz's Marathon Party Store, Golf Gaylord, American Liner Systems, Gaylord Eye Care Center, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, Collar Clinic, and Twin Bay Docks. Thank you to these fine sponsors for being a part of today's game.
At American Liner Systems, they have three main goals in mind. They want to do the best possible job for their customers, ensure farm and industrial safety, and protect the environment all at the same time. No matter how big or small your job site or farm is, they have many eco-safe solutions like machinery catch basins, fuel and chemical storage, manure lagoons, fertilizer containment solutions, equipment maintenance pads, and so much more. To keep our fresh water clean and our forests green, visit AmericanLinerSystems.com or call 231-258-4200 for a free quote so you can protect tomorrow's environment today.
Collar Clinic, providing peace of mind and local customer service with the latest GPS collars, bark collars, e-collars, beeper collars, accessories, and replacement parts, protecting your dog's safety and giving you the confidence that you'll be hunting with your dog, not for them. Collar Clinic, your e-collar specialist in Northern Michigan for over 35 years.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
With the camera.
All right, here we are. Welcome back in. High school football on Next Level Broadcasting. Charles Trail, Shane Smith, Nick Wenzel here. It's the halftime show presented by the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, reminding you that now is the time to fly. Cherry Capital TVC, getting you to your dream destination, whether that's out of Northern Michigan or back in to Northern Michigan. Cherry Capital TVC is your go-to spot and your best way to fly in and out of Northern Michigan, whether that's going to the sun and the sand or coming in this winter or this fall for beautiful colors and later on in the season for maybe some hunting. And Shane, as we are here, the St. Mary's Snowbirds down by 3 scores to the Ishpeming Hematites. First, I'm going to welcome in Nick Wenzel here. Nick, I know you just talked about what you would be saying if you were coaching the St. Mary's Snowbirds right now. You talked about the Snowbirds' inability to stop the run, but at the same time, they're also giving up passes on the outside to Ethan Corp. A lot of times in football, you have to be able to take away one thing for a team. Right now, the Snowbirds aren't taking away either thing for the Hematites. What do you think that the Snowbirds are most primed to make their halftime adjustment for?
Well, for one, Charles, I would have to stop the runners on the outside when they're running free with the ball, saying, hey, we got to stop these guys. Because you're letting these guys run loose outside. You guys need to start locking up, get into it, and stop these guys from running. Because if you let them run on you, they're going to score.
Yeah, certainly a well-balanced point there, Nick, because right now Ishpeming's been able to run, like you said, but they've also been able to hit some passes on the outside to Ethan Corp. And Shane, you talked about it earlier. Ethan Corp has a couple different touchdown grabs. He's made a really nice touchdown-saving tackle on that most recent Snowbird possession where Jacobson looked like he was going to be able to take it in for a Snowbird touchdown. That tackle that Ethan Corp made for the Ishpeming Hematites ended up saving points because the Ishpeming defense was able to keep the Snowbirds out of the end zone just before the end of the first half. So talk a little bit about how it's like the Hematites have played a very clean game, whereas the Snowbirds have had more penalties, have had a turnover, just really haven't been able to get things rolling.
Well, I mean, yeah, you pretty much said it all there, Charles. It's been the Ethan Corp show. We've seen him make those massive defensive plays, offensive plays, no doubt about it. Luoma there has taken a lot of them in for himself, though. The very talented senior quarterback there for Ishpeming. I mean, he's done some great stuff, some great runs by Grady Gauthier too. If it's not Luoma, it's Gauthier making those quick runs up the sideline. He's had a probably touchdown on his record as well. But if you turn it back over to St. Mary, yeah, they had that hiccup on their first drive with that fumble. But otherwise, it's been a pretty clean game overall. It's just a matter of trying to get through that very, very strong defensive line headed up by Hayden Harry and Carlos Perez, two very commanding presences there on that field. I mean, they're looking to be north of 6'3", 280 pounds, very large people to try and get through. And we mean that in all the best ways. Some very, very strong players for Ishpeming, they got to be very proud there. But Daniel Jacobson, I mean, he's basically carrying the team on his back right now. He scored 2 of their last 3 touchdowns. Logan Grenier would normally be in that conversation, but unfortunately he's had an injury. Same with Quentin Tobias. So it's been pretty much Daniel Jacobson, Eli Major. You throw a McKinley in there with some good runs, a couple grabs here and there, one off the turf. And Nathan O'Connell's trying to chip in where he can too. But it's been just pretty much between those 4 players for the St. Mary's Snowbirds, and that's kind of stifling their abilities here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, one thing that the Snowbirds don't have in their favor is a very deep roster.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, with Grenier going down and also Tobias going down, you are very limited, especially on the offense and defensive line. So those offensive and defensive linemen are going to have to play pretty much both sides the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So guys like Cabe Quigg, Ben Cherry, Charlie Cameron, I mean, those guys are going to be dead after this game because they're going to be playing pretty much every snap.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of changes that the Snowbirds have to make schematically here because their roster has been shrunk by those injuries that they've had in the first half and have sustained those injuries. So now they're going to be really kind of a mash unit, trying to make sure that their players are healthy, getting taken care of, and then, still trying to compete in this second half of the game.
Yeah, and these young men, I mean, they've had a lot to contend with here. A short week coming into this. They played late last week. Now they have a Thursday game this week, and then they will get a reprieve, though. So those linemen, like you said, Charles, with Cameron and Cherry and Quick, they'll get some time to rest and recover. They won't have a game for 8 days until next Saturday.
Yep.
And hopefully we can see Grenier gets some good rest in as well. He had looked to be a knee injury earlier on. And Tobias looks like, Nick, you said he had some arm trouble as well.
Yeah, he was holding – I made a wrong mistake on his left arm. It was his right arm that was being held. We don't know what's going on, but we are waiting for further detail on that.
So these gentlemen, they've got a bit longer of a week here, 8 days to try and rest and recruit, and boy, they'll need that because, Charles, they've got some good competition coming up down the road, don't they?
Well, I mean, right now the Snowbirds, this has been a game that initially wasn't on their schedule. So this game was initially scheduled to be played versus their conference opponent, the Forest Area Fife Lake Warriors, and unfortunately the Warriors weren't able to fill this game due to some injury situations. So the Snowbirds, the Ishpeming Hematites came calling, and the Snowbirds said, hey, yeah, we'll play you. So I think this is a really good game for the Snowbirds to play. Obviously, you don't want to see injuries happen.
No.
But you want to build those competitive calluses. I used that terminology earlier on in this game. When you can get into games where you might be down by 1-2 score and figure out a way to scratch and claw and get your way back into the game, it's going to really help the overall mental edge for the Snowbirds going forward this season and hopefully into the playoffs. But the schedule, next week they'll be playing against Bel Air on Saturday, so they do have a full 8 days to rest and recover. So hopefully those bumps and bruises and those injuries aren't severe to keep those players out, and just naming Tobias and Grenier out for an extended period of time. But to answer your first question, Shane, the Snowbirds schedule, it doesn't get. I would say this: the Ishpeming Hematites will present probably one of the larger challenges to the Snowbirds' success all season long.
Well, not only because they're a strong team, but they're punching above their weight class too.
Yes.
Ishpeming just moved out of 11-man, their first year in 8-man football in Division 1, whereas St. Mary's in Division 2 for 8-man football.
Yeah, and that's a very well given point, Shane. And for everybody watching at home, the Ishpeming Hematites played in the district final last year versus Iron Mountain in Division 8.
Yeah.
So this is their first year in 8-man football. They don't have a division, so they're unaffiliated, which is why they initially didn't have an opponent scheduled to play this week's game. So when the Snowbirds had a cancellation with the Forest Area Warriors, the Hematites were just saying like, hey, we'll play anywhere. So they met up here in Rudyard, and we're glad to be back in Rudyard. And we want to thank the friendly folks here at Rudyard High School for accommodating this game, because there was a JV game that was played at 5 o'clock here tonight between Newberry and Rudyard, and then all the staff and athletic personnel here for Rudyard High School is hanging out and making sure that they can accommodate us for this game. So shout out to Rudyard for making this happen.
And they're nice enough to allow us to have basically the entire upper level of the press box all to ourselves. So we're very appreciative of everything, hosting us here 2 different weeks so far this season. They've been nothing but gracious to us. Good folks up here in the UP. I'd love to be up here and spend time with them wherever I can, Charles.
Well, we certainly got to send a Rudyard Athletic Department thank you
Oh,
card,
yeah,
because
that's right.
a couple weeks ago we left one of our hot spots up here, so it was a little temporary loan, that we like to say, when we misplace something on the Next Level Broadcasting checklist. But the folks up here were able to mail that down to us. But as we see the Snowbirds coming back out on the field, we want to thank you for tuning in. This has been the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show. We got to send it over. One more thought before we head out here, Nick Wenzel.
I would also like to send out a big thank you to Bob DeLong and Heather Glasby of Gaylord St. Mary's School for doing so much for everybody, for our students, for our athletes, for everybody around us here in our in the Gaylord community. And we thank you for what you guys do for our school. We so much appreciate you guys, both of you.
All right, well, thank you, Nick. And we're going to send it out to a commercial. You're watching Next Level Broadcasting's coverage of Gaylord St. Mary football. We'll be back after these messages.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
I'm Ryan Beningo, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installation, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike many service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding the gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Know that Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too, at Jimmy John's in Gaylord.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Today's game has been brought to you by J&J Construction, Gaylord Seal Coating, Jimmy John's, Professional Seamless Gutters, Schultz's Marathon Party Store, Golf Gaylord, American Liner Systems, Gaylord Eye Care Center, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, Collar Clinic, and Twin Bay Docks. Thank you to these fine sponsors for being a part of today's game.
Twin Bay Docks' exclusive diamond pattern is stylish to complement your waterfront property. It's quality built to last a lifetime. Engineered to be stronger, our non-skid surface stays cool to the touch, and we offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and supboard racks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Twin Bay Docks, simply exceptional quality.
Okay, here we are. Welcome in. The Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show has been brought to you by Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, reminding you to fly TVC when looking to get in or get out of northern Michigan, whether it's to the sun and the sand or if you're flying in, making northern Michigan your final destination. There's only one place to get in and out. That's Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. Charles Trail, along with Shane Smith, Nick Wenzel, Jessica Alcorn here from Rudyard. That's right, I said Rudyard, even though the Snowbirds are playing the Ishpeming Hematites. These two met on a neutral field here, as this game was kind of put together on a short notice, but it's been a very competitive and entertaining game so far. It'll be the Snowbirds kicking off to the Hematites to begin this second half. Shane, the Hematites will receive the kick, and the Snowbirds are looking to try and stop them for the first time this game. So we'll see what's in store for both teams here as the Snowbirds are getting ready to send this one away here. Third quarter on the clock.
Charles, you're exactly right. Every single possession that the Hematites have had, they've scored upon, and another line drive right to the chest of Mr. Wyatt Champion. Charles, as you said earlier, I'm not taking that line from you, but you nailed it on the head. He's been a champion on special teams so far tonight.
Oh, man. He's been able to just field everything so cleanly. It's really hard when you're 10 yards away from the kicking team and they're sending heat seekers right at you, and they're coming on weird hops, different angles, bouncing off of you. I mean, he's 3 for 3, and he's able to make sure-handed plays on all three of those.
That's exactly right. 3 for 3 on the most recent possessions here for the Hematites to start at their own 49-yard line, basically midfield. Excellent position. They gain maybe a yard on that play.
Before I forget to tell you, Charles, we have number 30 of Greenyer back in the game.
Yeah, that is a good sign for the Snowbird faithful to see. He and Daniel Jacobson were in on the tackle there.
You know, there's one point that you made earlier, Charles, I want to expound upon a little bit. The missing hotspot of ours. I want to give this man credit and be able to say his name on air in case if he's listening. John, the athletic director here from Rudyard, sent us that hotspot by mail as that pass is dropped. And very, very quick and expedient about that, very kind over the phone to deal with that. It was my mistake ultimately. So we greatly appreciate his efforts here in Rudyard.
That's
of course,
John Krentz.
John Krentz, yep. Of course, we came back up 4 days after it got sent to me. Who knew that was going to happen? But we still appreciate his efforts and the rest of Rudyard here for everything that they've done for us no matter what.
Yeah, and being willing to take time out of their Thursday night to host these two teams. This is a big third down here early on in this third quarter. St. Mary desperately in need of a stop. Let's see if they can get that on this third and long 9.
Luoma here, the quick pass over to Corp.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness. Goes on to the other side of the field. He does get wrapped up, though, before the 45 by Jacobson.
Yeah, that was a big-time tackle by Jacobson. If he's unable to bring Corp down in the open field, Corp had reversed field, and he had a lot of green grass in front of him. So early fourth down here for the Hematites. Snowbirds looking to try and make a stand on defense early in this third quarter.
We've seen him go 2 for 2 from the fourth down conversion so far, including one long 4th and 9 earlier on in this game. So the Hematites not afraid to throw it, and that one will fall well short behind Eli Major.
Yeah, intended for, actually that's a new intended target for Ishpeming, trying to get it out to Derek Meyer, excuse me. And the Snowbirds forced their first 3 and out against this Ishpeming offense. That's a critical stop that the Snowbirds needed here early on in the third quarter, Nick.
Yeah, that's a big critical stop there. That's what the Snowbirds are looking for here.
Exactly what we talked about earlier on during our halftime show. Snowbirds need to capitalize on that here in order to keep themselves in the game. 3 scores down at the moment, 22 points in total, 38-16. Almost a minute and a half has ticked by so far off of this third quarter time clock. Jacobson with twins to the top here to receive, although he's going to run it up the gut once again. Gains about 4 there. Just works his way inside of enemy territory.
Shane, I don't mean to overstep you here, but he had a last-second effort there that got him
He
right
did.
about an extra 2 yards.
Yeah, so they'll give him almost 6 there on that run. So inside of the Hematite 48-yard line. As the clock winds down here near 10 minutes, we update the clock on our end. Second and a long 4 from the Hematite 47.5 calling. Jacobson, the Snowbirds, looking to do the exact same play again, and he does, runs it up the center, this time a gain of about 2, so he'll have a short 1.5 here with 11 Corp there making the tackle.
Yeah, it was 11 Corp and also
Eli Wolfie there, or Josh Wolfie, excuse me. So it took 2 to bring down Jacobson. That's what we've seen all night tonight so far. A third and short 2 coming up here for the Snowbirds, right at the Hematite 45, Charles.
Let's see if that Snowbird offensive line of Cabe Quick, Cherry, and Cameron can get a good push here for Jacobson or Greenier coming right up the middle. I think they're going to keep this one on the ground, Shane.
And that's a good point. Greenier is back on this game. Jacobson, though, runs it up the center, no problem. Gets the first down yardage and about 4 more inside of the 40-yard line of the Hematites now.
Yeah, that was a nice little handoff to Grenier. He picked up 6 yards, got down to the 40, and they kept it on the ground. Shane worked right behind center and left guard, and were able to move the chains. So critical possession here for the Snowbirds as they're looking to, well, they can bring this back to a 2-possession game with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
So see what they have in store here. Nice movement so far in their opening possession of the game. We have not seen a problem with that so far from the Snowbirds. Just a matter of trying to get into pay dirt. Jacobson with 2 different defenders on top of him. Gains about 3.
Right now the Snowbirds almost back to full strength. Got Grenier back in there. Nick, did Quentin Tobias kick off to start this third quarter? I didn't make a note of that.
I think he did, yes.
So Snowbirds almost back to full strength. We want to make a mention that Snowbirds are playing without Ty Beachlag after a preseason injury.
Second and just a short 8 coming up here for the Snowbirds. Time ticking down here to 8 minutes exactly in the third quarter. And Jacobson flings that one forward, nearly picked off the dirt from number 10 there, David Wall, newer target we've seen so far tonight.
Yeah, that was a nice little play pass for the Snowbirds there. Just slipped David Wall out behind the linebackers, and it was a little bit low. Wall went down, was unable to squeeze it, but I like the call there for the Snowbirds, mixing that one up. He was wide open. You know, I think Jacobson wanted to put that one right on him because Wall was wide open, and those are hard. Those are some of the harder passes to make when the receiver's wide open.
Well, we'll see what Jacobson has here. Going for the same attempt here, 3rd and 8, although he will take it up the gut yet again. Gain of about 4, and that's Carlos Perez and Hayden Hury all over it once again. Those 2 big linemen right there in the center of your screen.
You know, that almost looked like a broken play there, Shane. It looked like Jacobson was turning, looking to either hand off to Grenier or boot out, and he just had to take it himself, get what he could, and make this a 4th and as manageable as possible. Line to gain is the Hematite 30. So the Snowbirds need a full 6 yards here to move the chains.
Yeah, so, I mean, like you said, fourth and relatively manageable compared to what they've seen on fourth down conversions so far tonight. No matter what, the Hematites will get, if they are able to stop the Snowbirds here, this will be about the farthest back they've had the ball all game to start in their own possession. So the Snowbirds have done excellent here so far in this opening drive no matter what. And a quick pitch to Jacobson. He's got some room, but he will be kept short there.
There is a flag.
Oh, there is a flag, yes, indeed.
Yeah, there's a flag. So one way or another, I think the Hematites will decline this penalty. I do not think Jacobson had enough to pick up the first down yardage there.
No.
Actually, it's really close.
They've got him about 2 yards short.
Yeah.
Legal formation on the Snowbirds, so that'll be declined like you said. And the Hematites will get it right back over at their own 32.
And this will be the worst starting field position for the Hematites here, outside of if you're counting the brief possession they had after the Snowbirds weren't able to punch it in on that 4th and goal right before the end of the second quarter. But first full possession now for the Ishpeming Hematites here on their own 32. Both teams exchanging turnovers on downs here to start this third quarter.
You know, if you're the Snowbirds, Charles, I would be telling them, hey, play smart here, make good choices.
So once again, powering right forward through the line was Luoma, tackled by Daniel Jacobson there.
And Luoma picks up about 3 yards on that 1st and 10 carry. We've seen the Snowbirds keeping a little bit better pursuit angles so far to start this third quarter. The Hematites were really able to make some good cutbacks, get out on the perimeter in the second quarter when they were able to really build this lead up. And that was a sure-handed tackle there by Daniel Jacobson.
So we'll see what the Snowbirds can do. They started this half with a quick 3-and-out for the Hematites. A short gain on their opening down here, so 2nd and a long 8 coming up. The Snowbirds need to bend their back strong here as Luoma runs out wide. Gaining some nice yardage, though. Gain about 4 there at least on this run, depending on where they spot the ball. So it'll be 3rd and manageable coming up here. Inside of 4 yards to go. So the clock winds down under 6 minutes here in the third quarter.
That was Amsterberg and Jacobson there to impede the progress of Luoma, but it was Grenier who got out and forced Luoma back inside toward the swarming Snowbird defense. So 3rd and long 3 now for Ishpeming. This is a critical play, as it seems like I've said critical play a lot in this game, just because this game, the big plays have come on like 3rd and 4th downs.
Yeah. In the shotgun. Luoma trying to get forward. Nice stop here by the Snowbirds. That is number 30, Grenier, all over that one, coming back strong after that injury he sustained earlier on. Comes back here and gets the good 3rd down stop. They also credit Nathan O'Connell there as well.
Do have a Hematite shaken up on the field. Looking to get some help is Christopher Steele, number 4 in blue, as he's favoring that left ankle or leg. And it looks like the Hematites are going to have to take a timeout. So
a lot of confusion there on that play.
And as the Hematites take a timeout, we're going to take a TO as well. Snowbirds and Hematites here on Next Level Broadcasting. Hematites lead 38-16. We'll be back after this message from our friends at Twin Bay Dock.
Twin Bay Dock's exclusive diamond pattern is stylish to complement your waterfront property. It's quality built to last a lifetime. Engineered to be stronger, our non-skid surface stays cool to the touch, and we offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and supboard racks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Twin Bay Docks, simply exceptional quality.
And as we come back in here, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to thank our friends at Golf Gaylord. Gaylord in the 989 is considered by most to be the golf mecca of Michigan. And whether you're looking for a new set of clubs or in need of fixing your slice, I could use that. Golf Gaylord is your destination where you can browse a wide variety of items and get lessons from their experienced staff. Go see them at Golf Gaylord today. So 4th and about 5 coming up here for the Hematites.
Got to watch the hard count if you're the Snowbirds.
That's right. He caught him early on in the second drive of the game. Luoma taking it for himself. Couldn't find a man open. Nearly gets wrapped up in the backfield. Still finding a way to let the ball go. Intercepted by McKinley, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, but there's a flag at the 34-yard line, and it looks like this one's coming back. Luoma got dragged down via a horse collar tackle as he was throwing that one up.
Wow. So that's the second time we've seen that for tonight, if that's the case. Yep, horse collar indeed. My goodness. Just when the Snowbirds looked like they had something going for them there on an excellent interception off a 4th down conversion, they get called for the horse collar, and the chains will be moving here significantly forward.
So what Coach O'Connell for the Snowbirds is trying to receive an explanation for is that the hand of the Snowbird defender was not in the back of the shoulder pads. It was inside the shoulder pads near the collarbone area or the side of the shoulder pads. Usually you see the horse collar tackle called when it's from behind. The horse collar tackle is usually to prevent any type of posterior pull. And I think this one was a little bit more toward the collarbone area. And I think that's why Coach O'Connell was trying to get an explanation there of why it was called and assessed. Big play here, but so far the Snowbird defense has been standing firm here in the second half.
Definitely rattled Luoma and company there on that interception. The first time we've seen one of those nearly happen tonight. Just an unfortunate horse collar call there. The second we've seen so far this evening. And a run up the gut yet again. Luoma hangs on to it there.
Yeah, it looked like Robbie Amsterberg was able to bring down Luoma after a gain of 4 yards on that 1st and 10 carry. I would imagine that you see Luoma. Actually, that was Cothier who carried that one, Shane.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, Cothier. I would imagine Luoma, they keep him on the side without carrying it for a little bit here. Actually, I just ate my words.
He goes up the center, gets the first down, some more. They're a good, about 12-yard run for him.
I was saying that because he came up a little bit shaky after that penalty that was enforced on the Snowbirds. But 2 plays after it, he gets right back into the action and picks up a first down. This third quarter's been flying by.
It has been flying by so much that we forgot to stop our clock here a while back. Ladies and gentlemen, new program here that I'm learning on, so bear with me as we get
nice
a
tackle.
Oh my God!
Jacobson, boom!
Lays the wood on Mr. Goth here, that's for sure.
I tell you what, if you're putting up a coaching clinic on how to form tackle, Daniel Jacobson just put Luoma or Gauthier on a highlight mixtape with how he came up and got that tackle for loss. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, Charles, you would see that type of thing on college football. You would see a hard, vicious tackle.
That was a nice tackle there, though, Nick. That was textbook.
It was. Spot on.
2nd and 12 here for the Hematites. Luoma rears back to pass yet again. Nearly brought down one-handed there by Corp. Just couldn't quite get his paw on it enough. So it'll be 3rd and long yet again here for the Hematites. First time they've been this far back at the initial line of scrimmage here in some time, Charles.
Yeah, I can't. Well, they did have that 4th and 9 that they got the penalty on to move the chains on the most recent 4th down. This is a big play. You got to consider right now for Ishpeming that you really got 2 plays here because they're most likely going to go for it on 4th down. So I wouldn't be surprised here to see a run on this 3rd and long.
If all else fails here in 8-man football, you go for the run.
Yeah.
We will have a timeout called by the Snowbirds, but we will keep it right here. And thank Orion Beningo at Professional Seamless Gutters. Your home gutters are always there when you need them to be, and so is our good friend Orion Beningo, and that's why he started Professional Seamless Gutters. Professional Seamless Gutters offers fast and experienced service and real-time quotes. But wait, there's more. There's always more. They'll actually answer your phone call. That's Professional Seamless Gutters at 999-619-3407 and tell them that we sent you. And also at Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. It's time to get away to your dream destination, ladies and gentlemen. Like many, that means flying into or out of northern Michigan. When you're looking to fly in or out of this area this fall, look to fly and take to the sky with TVC. Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport is your gateway to anywhere in the world, offering services from Allegiant, American, Delta, Sun Country, and United Airlines. Visit tvcairport.com for up-to-the-minute flight schedules and to book your next getaway today.
Hello. I actually just called Orion Beningo from the booth here, and he answered. So that just goes to confirm it that when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, all right, Orion, I got to hang up. Yep, we're getting back to this big third down. So that just goes to show you when you call Orion, he will answer.
3rd and 12 coming up here for the Hematites. And Luoma here has got man to the top and bottom. Looking to throw deep to no good there. That was Ethan Corp not able to get a handle on it, so we'll be 4th and 12.
And
the
we
longest, go ahead.
We have a Snowbird down on the field that looks to be number
11, Hogan McKinley shaking up a little bit there after getting that pass breakup.
Yep. Just got the wind knocked out of him, though. He seems to be all right.
He just dropped his mouthpiece in the grass, too. That's always no fun.
Yeah.
It looks like he might have taken a shot
to the groin again.
Below the belt. So
that's the last place he got hit in that last game.
So this is another key 4th down here. Snowbirds getting the incomplete pass here. I would imagine that they're going to be targeting Corp here for the Hematite offensive play call.
No doubt about it. Corp there in motion.
Double pass.
Oh, my goodness, the trick play here. Corp rolls it downfield, and it's caught. Wow, touchdown number 5. Gauthier hauls it in for the Hematites.
Wow, so they just brought Corp in a little jet motion. Gauthier was sent on just a straight go route. The Snowbirds were caught looking in the backfield, and
we have
Corp put a missile down there, reeled in by Gauthier, but Gauthier still being looked at by the officials and the whole training staff as coming out for the Ishpeming Hematites. It looks like they're working on his legs. They got his legs up in the air, and that usually signals a cramp. About 9 times out of 10 when they work on your calves like that, that's a cramp. But we'll see as they attend to Gauthier. But just to recap, that was a 33-yard touchdown pass from Ethan Corp. He came through on that little jet motion, let it fly. As the officials attend, as Gauthier is going to trot off the field, we're going to step aside and be back in 30 seconds.
I'm Orion Beningo, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installation, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike many service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any...
Coming back in, ladies and gentlemen, thankfully Gauthier is likely to be okay. Charles pondered it was likely a cramp. So hopefully, he has a speedy recovery there on the sideline. He's back out before long. There is a flag on the play, so this will likely be blown dead as Corp walks that one in for the 2 points.
And that was an illegal shift called against Ishpeming, so they're going to replay the try. So this will be now the Hematites trying from around the 8-yard line. Gauthier, they were working on his legs. Usually, Shane, when they put both legs or one leg up in the air, it signals a cramp. As you see Gauthier there over there on the 38-yard line, they're working on his calves. So I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so.
This is going to be a visit to the Gaylord Eye Care for me because I don't know what the heck he's seeing. I see a blur of blue there on the far sideline, and that's about it. So props to him for picking that out.
I see the athletic staff of Ishpeming working on Gauthier's calves.
You know what, Charles
called
Orion Beningo earlier. I'm going to be calling Gaylord Eye Care. I don't care if it's after hours or not. I'm going to get an appointment with him because apparently he's got like 30/30 eye vision over here. And
2.5 weeks ago, I saw Dr. Slazak. So
well, there you go. So that's the reason why. Luoma rears back, fires that one well over the head of number 12 there, Derek Meyer. So it'll be no good. So it will remain 44-16. We will step away here for another break. Next Level Broadcasting bringing this one to you live from Rudyard for Gaylord St. Mary Athletics. We'll come back in about 30 seconds after this.
Collar Clinic, providing peace of mind and local customer service with the latest GPS collars, bark collars, e-collars, beeper collars, accessories, and replacement parts, protecting your dog's safety and giving you the confidence that you'll be hunting with your dog, not for them. Collar Clinic, your e-collar specialist in Northern Michigan for over 35 years.
As we come back in here, we want to thank our sponsors at American Liner Systems. No matter how big or small your job site or farm is, American Liner Systems has many eco-safe solutions like machinery catch basins, fuel and chemical storage, manure lagoons, fertilizer containment solutions, equipment maintenance pads, and so much more. To keep our fresh water clean and our forest green, visit AmericanLinerSystems.com or call 231-258-4200 for a free quote today so you can protect tomorrow's environment today. All right, Charles, we're coming back into this here. 44-16 is the score. St. Mary's, they've got a mountain to climb here in the remainder 14 and a half minutes of this game.
Yeah, let's see what they can do here as Jacobson fields this one.
Gets it right there at the 25. Up to the 33 he goes, and there's a flag down on the field.
Yeah, the flag's at the 32-yard line where the Snowbirds were trying to set up that kickoff return. Once again, if you're just now joining us, thanks for making a part of your Thursday evening. It was about to be a Snowbird interception, as it's a face mask right here called against the Hematites that'll move the Snowbirds 15 yards ahead further down the field. Right around midfield is where they will set up shop now at the 46-yard or 45-yard line. Excuse me, 42. But if you're just now joining us, it was the Ishpeming Hematites that had a 68-yard touchdown drive, and it came on a critical 4th down that extended the play. Hogan McKinley had an interception, but it was wiped off the board by a horse collar tackle, and that extended the drive for the Hematites. And then Ethan Korp dropped a dime in the basket as Gauthier reeled it in for a touchdown.
Well, the Snowbirds here going as they always do up the gut. We've only seen a couple of pass plays by them so far this evening.
And the one they didn't run to Eli.
Their own. As the clock winds down under 2 minutes here in the third quarter. 4 possession game, 4 up over St. Mary. Jacobs in formation, got a couple there to the top of the screen. It'd be nice to see some passing plays, and that's what Jacobson's going to try to do, although he's met with a lot of pressure, so he'll run it instead. He barely gets back to the line of scrimmage as Carlos Perez chases him down there, keeps him from getting anywhere forward on the field.
Yeah, the Snowbirds were looking to try and hit David Wall sneaking down the seam, but Wall was walled in man coverage by the Hematite defense. That's that little play pass that the Snowbirds try to slip Wall down the seam of the defense, and Ishpeming did a really good job of impeding the progress of Wall coming off the line of scrimmage. You can do that in the first 5 yards. You can have contact.
Oh, yeah.
And the Hematite defense certainly kept Wall, who was the first read on the play for Jacobson, from getting down the field and getting open.
We have number 1 of Robbie Amsterberg back in for the Snowbirds.
There we go. So 3rd and about 7 coming up here for the Snowbirds. Trying to get back into enemy territory. And a drive here will do that. Grenier working his way, still piling forward. Half the both teams there around him. So that'll get the first down, chains moved, and plenty more. Down about 30 seconds to go here in the quarter.
Yeah, he picked up about 12 and a half yards on that 3rd and 7, or just at the 43-yard line of Ishpeming territory, Shane, as the Snowbirds are trying to get 1 more or 2 more plays off here before the end of the quarter.
Jacobson in shotgun.
Ooh,
handed
nice
off
keep
to McKinley there. Working his way along the sideline past the 30. So another 12, 13-yard gain coming up for the Snowbirds.
So, Shane, they actually had a little wrinkle there offensively. McKinley was under center, and he read with Jacobson, the dive man, and then Grenier and McKinley led the way, and McKinley kept it and picked up another first down.
Yeah.
That was a great run by number 11 of McKinley there, making the McKinley Manor House a proud family tonight.
1st and 10 at the Hematite 27-yard line. A couple of yards gained there. And that'll take care of this third quarter of action, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned with us. We're going to step aside for another commercial break. And this is Next Level Broadcasting. Come back to us here in about 35 seconds.
Know that Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right. Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too, at Jimmy John's in Gaylord.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. Struggling with anything vision related? Then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
We all know northern Michigan winters take a toll on our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. Commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5000.
Yeah, and here we are. St. Mary first and 10 from the Hematite 27. Excuse me, second and 8 from the Hematite 27. I'm still stuck in a play goal. Greenier once again with the ball, working his way for about 4 yards gain there. So it'll be third and a long 2.5 coming up here from the Hematite 20-yard line, Charles.
Well, now that you're not living in the past, I'm glad you're back up with us.
Charles. Boy, we're having a lot of fun here tonight. Pick on Shane evening here at Next Level Broadcasting. But we've got...
That's McKinley picking up the first down for the Snowbirds. And so the Snowbirds have made an adjustment here on offense. They've brought McKinley under center and have been running a little bit more triple option veer plays. And they've been able to catch the Hematite defense off guard a little bit, with McKinley working under center with Grenier and Jacobson in the backfield behind him.
Well, here we go, working up another 8 yards or so. That was 30. Grenier once again up to the 5-yard line, just short of the line of gain, so it'll be second and about 2 from the 5-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Charles. Logan is a beast that you cannot bring down.
Back to this veer look for the Snowbirds.
Yep, in shotgun, here we go. Can we get the touchdown? Not quite. It'll be just short. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got first and goal coming up here at the 1-yard line.
This is, I think straight quarterback sneak here for
no doubt
Hogan
about it.
McKinley, or
Yep.
just see if that offensive line can get a nice push. There's McKinley, and he's in.
So, an easy 6 points there with a 1-yard gain from McKinley. Although points still have been hard to come by here in the last about quarter and a half from the Snowbirds, but it is a 44-22 game. So if they can get the 2-point conversion, comes back to a 3-possession game, Charles. Still a quarter, almost a full quarter to work with. Miracles can happen.
Yeah, 10 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the game. The Snowbird defense has been much better in the second half. They just got tripped up on that jet pass. This is a big 2-point conversion here for the Snowbirds.
And a little flick over there to Jacobson. Can he get in? He's right there at the line. Looks to be just short, Charles.
Man, really good job of keeping outside contained were the Hematite defenders. I believe the first Hematite over there to force Jacobson back inside was Ethan Korp, and then Gauthier, and additionally Caden Luuma brought Jacobson down.
Looks like Daniel's a little bit shaken up here coming back to the sideline.
Shaken up, maybe he's just exhausted. He's played pretty much every snap of this game. Want to give a shout out to all these student athletes out there for both teams in terms of their conditioning level. I mean, their conditioning has to be at a peak height right now because both teams have been playing a lot of guys both ways. As you see Daniel Jacobson walking over here to get some water, maybe some tape, getting that shoulder worked on. But a lot of players playing both sides of the ball and playing every single snap. So when these guys are done with each and every game, Nick and Shane, I mean, you got to think that they sleep well every single night of a game.
I do need to cover one thing too, Charles. To everyone out there who, if you are playing sports and you're an athlete, if you have cramps and whether you're a mother or a father out there, you have worried about your kid having cramps, just go to the store and get yourself a Gatorade Thirst Quencher powder and put it in your water bottle.
Okay. So
that will help with cramps.
Now, we are not providing any sort of professional guidance here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't hold us to it, but Nick Wenzel has tried and tested it a number of times, and it works for him.
Yeah, Nick was cramping when he came up into the booth. He hit a little bit of that Gatorade powder, and now he's revived.
That's right. He's got a long climb up that ladder here to get into the second level. He was having a hard time at the end of it, so he got some of that Gatorade stuff, and he's all good to go. But anyway, bringing it back here, the Hematites will be taking the ball back over after that kickoff. But there is a
penalty marker down.
Penalty marker, false start. That'll be declined here. So the ball will be positioned at the 38-yard line of their own. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Hematites. 10 minutes and 20 seconds to work with here left in this game. 3 possession, 22-point difference, 44-22.
It looks like number 3, Quentin Tobias' night has expired for the night. Hate to see that, but we hope that everything will be okay with him.
Loma takes the snap.
Oh, nice stop by Jacobson. Wow.
Jacobson, and I tell you what, David Wall was right there too. Both of them provided quite the wall for Loma to run into, and he couldn't get anywhere.
Oh, no. You hate to see this.
Yeah, Luma's shaking up.
He's face down to the turf. That's never good to see.
Yeah, Luma looks like he's holding that right arm. And that right arm in the, well, his teammate just grabbed his right arm and pulled him up. So
if I was hurt in there, I don't know if I'd want to be pulled up quite like that. So that's a good sign.
And initially it looked like it was his right arm that he was favoring, but now it looks like it's more something in the midsection as he's. You know what? I'm just going to stop speculating here and just hope that he's okay.
Yeah. I mean, he took a hard hit right to the midsection there between Jacobson and Wall, 2 big guys there on the Snowbirds team. So you got to imagine he was shaken up no matter what. So we'll probably expect him to come back in a few plays. He walked off under his own power. So that was a good sign to see.
Yeah, he's taking some hits in this game. Let's see who the Hematites have coming in at quarterback. Looks like they're going to go with this dual quarterback look between Corp and Gauthier.
Well, it'll be Gauthier taking it here off the snap, bobbing and waving his way around. Looks to be just short. Jacobson there hauling him in. So very little gain there on the play. The Hematite fans not happy about something that transpired down there on the field. Charles, with your excellent eyesight, did you pick up what it was?
I wasn't watching, Shane.
Oh.
I just saw Daniel Jacobson make a tackle, and I didn't see what might have incited the Hematite sideline.
Well, at least you're honest about it.
It was one of their own players.
Okay.
One of our guys were down on the ground, and one of their guys came over to Daniel and jumped on him for no reason.
Okay, so this is a big 3rd down here. Snowbirds trying to get a stop after getting a 6 points back.
Yep. So 3rd and a long 9 here for the Hematites. Still at their own 38-yard line. And this time, coming along the sideline, that's Luma back in the game. Got a nice gain. It should have enough for the 1st down and a yard or so more.
Jacobson making the tackle, but not after Luoma picks up a 1st down, and Luoma's really starting to hobble off to the sideline again.
Little hitch in his giddy-up, as I like to say. So we hope for him to be able to stay strong throughout the rest of this game. He's got 8.5 minutes to hang on tight as they work their way right up to midfield here. 8.5 minutes, just under now to go. Gauthier will take the snap this time, give Luoma a bit of a break.
Oh,
my God, the wood was laid on that hit, let me tell you.
Daniel Jacobson is just flowing quickly in pursuit, and he came up and put a stick on
Gauthier there.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel Jacobson, I believe, has the last 4 tackles for the Snowbirds, and a couple of them have been emphatic.
Mm-hmm.
He actually told me yesterday while we were waiting for the bus to show up that he said, dude, you don't want to verse me. I'm a beast. I will lay you out.
Well, it's good to have that mentality on a team like this in football. 2nd and 10 for the Hematites. Just looking to ice this game away, bleed some more time off the clock. Luoma rears back, though, strong as ever on that throw. That one sails just a couple yards in front of number 11 there, Corp.
Yeah, every time that the Hematites want to take a shot deep in the passing game, it's about a 95% chance that Ethan Corp is going to be in the intended area as the intended receiver. And this is another 3rd and long. Last time the Hematites kept it on the ground, picking up 9.5 yards to pick up the first down and move the chains. Let's see what they have in store for us here on another 3rd and 10.
They had 3rd and 12 in the last one, 3rd and 10 now. They're a dual threat team. Gaylord St. Mary's struggled with the throwing game so far tonight. The Hematites seem to have no problem as long as Luoma can dial it in. Gauthier right next to him.
A little check at the line of scrimmage with our motion Corp.
Luoma taking it for himself there. Only gaining a yard or so it'll be a long 4th down attempt yet again, although on the most recent 4th and 9 that we can remember, they went for an excellent throw and completion down the field.
Last time the Hematites had a 4th down, Shane, as you just alluded to, they got a penalty and moved the chains. Hogan McKinley had a would-be interception, but it was wiped off the board. But just by the way, here I want to give a credit to freshman Nathan O'Connell, who was the first Snowbird tackler in there, bringing down Luma on that 3rd down carry.
4th and 9, Luoma looking around, avoiding a couple tackles here, getting chased down. Finally brought down number 71, Cabe Quick was the man there, all over him there. That'll be short of the line of gain. Snowbirds will take over.
Yeah, and Luma took another big shot as Cabe Quick brought him down, and that's a turnover on downs. The Snowbirds will take it back. They're down 3 scores with 6 minutes, 37 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter. Snowbirds do have a quick strike offense. We've seen 2 of their touchdown drives come with explosive plays. Daniel Jacobson had about a 60-yard touchdown run. Eli Major had about a 50-yard catch and run that set up both those Snowbird drives. So the Snowbirds need to concoct a little bit of that magic again here to cut this game down to maybe 2 possessions.
So magic they'll be looking for is another run up the center. Gains maybe 3 yards up to the 45-yard line.
That was Daniel Jacobson toting the rock there for the Snowbirds, as the Snowbirds are going to employ this hurry-up offense.
2nd and 7 coming up now.
There's a keeper.
Oh, my goodness. Once again, bobbing and weaving. McKinley gets dragged out right there at about the 47. Gain of 2 coming up.
Yeah, a lot of people slowly getting off the turf here. Late 4th quarter, and the Snowbirds are trying to mount a comeback, but the Hematite defensive line looks a little gassed.
Long, drawn-out, very physical game between these 2 teams. They're going to be looking forward to that rest tonight. Hematites have about a 3-hour drive ahead of them. St. Mary about an hour and a half. As McKinley fires that one over the head of Nathan O'Connell there.
Just a little bit over the tall, lengthy O'Connell. O'Connell goes a solid 6'3", Shane.
Yeah.
And that one was just a little bit outside of his outstretched reach. So 4th down team, or excuse me, 4th down personnel coming in for the Snowbirds.
must have fourth down here to keep any hopes alive of mounting a comeback here. 5.5 minutes to go, down 3 scores. 4th and 5 from the 47 of their own.
And Jacobson back here in empty formation now.
Looking for a man, one of his first completions tonight. Intercepted instead by number 1, Luoma. Coming back in a big way, injured early on, comes back into the game, and he'll be taking this likely for a pick 6 as he works his way to the edge, and he does.
Oh my goodness, what a heartbreaking play as Luoma gets the pick 6, 46 yards on the return. And Daniel Jacobson, the Snowbird quarterback, is slow to get up after he took a major hit after letting that ball go.
That's the same thing with.
What's that, Nick?
Looks like the same thing with number 1 over there. He's also.
Yeah, Luoma's banged up as well.
Both quarterbacks taking a lot of big hits in this game, that's for sure.
As you see, Luoma now playing out wide as opposed to his quarterback position.
Yep. So for the 2-pointer here to make it a 30-point game. And that time.
That's Corp.
Yep. Looks like he'll be held short. Yes, indeed. So this time we will hang right here and thank our friends at Twin Bay Docks as we wait for kickoff. Attention all water lovers. Twin Bay Docks is Northern Michigan's gold standard for your lakeside access. Trusted by consumers and distributors alike, featuring a superior patented vinyl design, Twin Bay Docks makes living life out on the water easy. Visit twinbaydocksproduction.com to find out more today. And last but not least, here on my live reads for this evening, get these all squared away, Schultz's Marathon Gas Station and Party Store. Located off exit 301 on I-75 is Schultz Marathon Party Store, and they are the marquee destination for all Snowbird travelers heading north for Snowbird road trips this fall. Offering a wide variety selection of snacks, refreshments, and delicious pizza, as well as quality service. A proud sponsor of Snowbird football and Next Level Broadcasting. That's Schultz Marathon Gas Station and Party Store off I-75.
So if you're just now joining us, the Snowbirds and Ishpeming, or Gaylord St. Mary Snowbirds and Ishpeming Hematites here locked up in a clash from Rudyard High School. Met at a neutral field to determine the outcome of this game, and right now it looks like the Hematites are far and away in the driver's seat to go home with a victory here over the Snowbirds. The Hematites, a Division I 8-man football team. Gaylord St. Mary Snowbirds, a Division II team. But overall, just a good physical game between these two programs here, settling things out in between the hashes.
No doubt. I mean, this is the first year that Hematites have had coming back from 8-man or 11-man football as Eli Major gets that one. Yeah, works his way up to just on the Hematite side of the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 42.
So right now for the Snowbirds, they've dodged some bullets so far injury-wise with Logan Grenier, and Daniel Jacobson looks like he's hobbling out there right now, just trying to gut this one out. Got to get out of this game as healthy as possible, so that way when you get into the bulk of your schedule, going through the next 4, 5, 6 weeks, you can continue to gel and mesh as best as possible as a team. Like to see each team come out of this game with no more injuries from this point onward.
And that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. No matter what team you're rooting for, this is high school football after all. These are kids out there on the field. You never want to see their careers hampered, as short as it is in high school, with any sort of injury. So we wish them all the best of health here as they slug this one out. And the trenches this time, gain of about 2 coming up here for the Snowbirds.
Got a new quarterback under center for St. Mary. That's Nathan O'Connell, who's operating the Snowbird offense.
Yep. Green here, though, was the one who carried the toe to the rock about 2 yards there. It's a late night here, ladies and gentlemen. So 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good thing, Shane, to see Grenier out there. And, you just, like you said, with all the injuries, you hate to see student athletes get hurt in this game, especially for number 3 of Quentin Tobias down there. You hate to see that.
2nd and 8 on what will likely be the last drive of the game for the Snowbirds. Driving their way forward for about 2 with Jacobson still out there on the field.
Yeah, he's a warrior, man. He is a warrior. And that, you're looking at Daniel Jacobson in white, number 12, and you're also looking at Caden Luoma, number 1 in blue. 2 guys that are just out there battling on the football field tonight. I mean, Luoma's holding his ribs. Jacobson's got his hands on his hips right now, just trying to get as much air as possible. 2 guys that have left it all on the field tonight for both teams.
That's exactly right. Neither one of them have anything to be upset about with their performance so far. Go ahead, Nick.
It's like the Clash of Titans.
Yeah.
You know, they're just down to the wire.
3rd and 7 coming up from the Snowbird 45, trying to get into Hematite territory. Snagged. Will he be in bounds? That was Jacobson. Yes, he will be indeed.
They're going to get pass interference or a holding call against this Hematite secondary. Jacobson went up to make the catch. Good ball placement by Hogan McKinley. And that's going to move the chains, and the Snowbirds will most likely decline that penalty, take the advancement of the play.
So that'll get him inside of Hematite territory handily, about to the 36-yard line coming up. Snowbirds looking to try and bring it at least within 20 here before the game comes to an end. 2 teams here, stalwarts in their own areas. The first time that Ishpeming has been an 8-man football their entire history.
Give it to him.
Yep. O'Connell looking to find somebody wrapped up in the backfield, though. Nice job by Derek Meyer sniffing that play out in a hurry and getting them almost back to midfield.
Yeah, that's going to go in the books as about a 10-yard sack as Meyer was chasing down O'Connell. O'Connell actually took the snap there, and Snowbirds are mixing up their quarterback looks right now as O'Connell is sacked for a 10-yard loss. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 20 now for the Snowbirds. Under 3 minutes to play here, and right now I think St. Mary's just looking to build some positive momentum ahead of their game next week versus the Bel Air Eagles. That game will be Saturday next week as well. We'll have that one live for you on nextlevelbroadcasting.net and Gaylord St. Mary Athletics as well.
So if there's one positive to come out of this, St. Mary had a short week from last week to this week in terms of time off. They'll have a long 8 days here to try and rest up, get some good practice in, and get
healthy.
In good shape, get healthy for that Bel Air game. Back in conference play as that pass falls harmlessly in front of the feet of Ethan Corp.
Yeah, Corp was covering Hogan McKinley there. Looked like a little miscommunication between Nathan O'Connell and Hogan McKinley. Looked like O'Connell thought McKinley was going to run a little more of a skinny post, and McKinley just kept going straight on more of a seam route. So they'll look to get things back on the same page between quarterback and receiver here as it's 3rd and 20.
Yep. Just over 2 minutes to go here in the game. Going back for the pass, O'Connell one more time. And intercepted. There is a flag on the play. Loma was there.
Yeah, that's most likely going to be a pass interference called against Meyer. Meyer and Jacobson were tangled up there on the sideline. And it's a really strange play because I think Corp made the interception, but he didn't return it. He just caught it. So this is really interesting here. I've never seen that happen where Corp number 11 made the interception for the Hematites and just caught it and looked because he knew there was a flag and most likely pass interference against the Hematites, but he made the interception and then just like
called it a day.
He was chilling.
Yeah.
So the officials here are gathering at the 40-yard line to come to some sort of determination of what's going to be called and enforced here. Okay, so it's going to be holding against the Hematites and pass interference against the Hematites as well. So the Snowbirds will accept the hold. It's a 10-yard penalty, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Okay, well, interesting chain of events there. The silver lining is St. Mary still has possession here one more time.
Yeah. This time 10 yards closer to their goal of
right.
the 26-yard line. Is their line to game to move the chains.
If I were the Snowbirds, I would look for a big open pass here, find somebody and take it.
Well, we'll have to see what happens.
as we're just over 2 minutes to go here in the game. Twin to the bottom of your screen there. But we're keeping it, going out of the side there with number, Jacobson keeping it. Battled up man there. Gains a couple though, so it'll be 4th and looks to be about 7 coming up here for the Snowbirds.
I tell you what, the Snowbird offense really keeps the broadcaster on your toes between, O'Connell under center, Jacobson, and McKinley. They're always mixing it up in terms of who's under center or in the shotgun formation. Pretty much every play you got to watch to see, is it McKinley, Jacobson, or O'Connell?
Well, this time we can for sure say it'll be Jacobson there under center. With Greenier right behind. Jacobson bursts up the center. And after everything that has gone on today, he gets it into the end zone for one more touchdown for your Snowbirds.
Yeah, nice job, Daniel Jacobson. That goes in the books as a 33-yard touchdown run. And he made 2 men miss right in the hole and took that one the distance. And that's a testament to Daniel Jacobson's effort and tenacity to just not give up. I mean, the Snowbirds are down. Well, now they're down by 22 points, but it was 28 points before that. And he's just got the heart of a lion. And credit that offensive line for allowing Jacobson to find the cutback lane. The big fellows up front, Charlie Cameron, Ben Cherry, and Cabe Quick. Also, Jackson Vernier working in tandem, number 20, and David Wall.
And that fight will go on and help them handsomely as they get back into conference play here against Bel Air. That one gets tipped, and so no 2 points there for the Snowbirds. It will remain a 22-point game here with 2 minutes on the nose to go before we can call it a night here in Rudyard and start our trek back home.
Yeah, I mean, I think for the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds, you just got to be excited about the way all these guys have competed.
Know that Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too, at Jimmy John's in Gaylord. We all know northern Michigan winters take a toll on our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. Commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5003.
And here we are. Final 2 minutes of the game here in Rudyard, ladies and gentlemen. Next Level Broadcasting, Charles Strail, Shane Smith, Nick Wenzel, and Jessica Alcorn running our camera tonight. The Hematites here just going to bleed off the clock here on their last possession with Chris, I believe that was Gothier there fielding the ball.
And that was Charlie Cameron kicking that one away for the Snowbirds.
Another new man. Why not, huh?
Well, he's been playing offensive line, and he was that time assigned to kick it away.
Yeah.
Looks like we have Greenier back in for number 20 of Jackson Vernier.
Yep, and the Hematites are going to take a knee here. They're up 22 points. That's going to wind the clock, and the Hematites will have to snap it 3 more times, and it'll eventually will be turned back over to the Snowbirds on downs after that 4th down snap. But no, for the Snowbirds, an excellent showing here in terms of their willingness to compete. Mm-hmm. I think that's something that you can always count the Snowbirds in for, even if they might be outsized, outmatched, outskilled. They will always compete. And for this Ishpeming Hematite team, very impressed with this new 8-man football team as they've been able to schematically make the transition from 11-man to 8-man. And they've got some serious talent on their roster, wishing the Hematites the very best throughout the rest of this 2024 campaign.
Charles, I couldn't have said it better myself. those Hematites have a lot to be looking forward to with this squad. They'll certainly be a powerhouse. We'll be hearing their name a lot here in postseason play, I'm sure, when you have the likes of Luoma and Gauthier, Corp, Meyer, the big linemen, Hiri and Perez. Lots of talent there on that team, but you cannot count the St. Mary's Snowbirds out one bit. They stayed fighting, just as you said, as hard throughout this game as they started right from the beginning. Even when you had Jacobson there taking injuries early on, you had Eli Major out as well, and McKinley staying strong. So there's a lot here going on between these two teams, a lot to look forward to, Charles.
Yeah, Nick, before we put a bow on this one and get headed back south, what's your final thoughts for tonight's game?
Oh, man, just the toughness of this team that we played and, just the toughness, like you said earlier, Shane, the warriors that these guys are, each and every one of them, just working hard out there, just trying to get stops and doing the best they can.
Well, Charles, any last words here before we call it a night?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks, everyone, for tuning in, making us a part of your Thursday evening. The St. Mary's Snowbirds will be on the road next Saturday, taking on the Ski Valley opponent, the Bel Air Eagles. We'll have that one. I believe that's a Saturday afternoon game. I think either 1 or 4 o'clock. I have to double-check our live streams that we've got posted on the website. But I think right now, Snowbirds are got to be happy with the way they competed.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that you always got to be able to bring with you is your willingness to compete. So that's my final takeaway for tonight's game as the Ishpeming Hematites get the win 50-28.
Yep, final score here in Rudyard. We're so happy to be able to bring this one to you, ladies and gentlemen. For all of us here at Next Level Broadcasting, Jessica Alcor, Nick Wenzel, myself, Shane Smith, and bossman Charles Strail, we want to thank you all for tuning in and thank our sponsors for making this possible. With American Liner, Jimmy John's, Gaylord Eye Care, Professional Seamless Gutters, Collar Clinic, Golf Gaylord, Gaylord Seal Coating, J&J Construction, Twin Bay Docks, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, and Schultz's Marathon Gas Station and Party Store for bringing this one to you live. Thank you all so much and have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Today's game has been brought to you by J&J Construction, Gaylord Seal Coating, Jimmy John's, Professional Seamless Gutters, Schultz's Marathon Party Store, Golf Gaylord, American Liner Systems, Gaylord Eye Care Center, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, Collar Clinic, and Twin Bay Docks. Thank you to these fine sponsors for being a part of today's game.